Hello, and welcome to the Wisconsin Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools with us today. My name is Danielle, and I will be your facilitator throughout tonight's session. Before we get started, I just want to share a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation will be recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Wisconsin. All right, I'd like to introduce our very first school presenting, the University of Wisconsin-Superior.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Allison Streckenbach, and I am one of the admissions counselors at the University of Wisconsin-Superior, also known as UW-Superior. So I'll get right into talking a little bit about UWS, as we call it. So the first thing everyone wants to know is where actually is Superior? So there is a village called Superior in Wisconsin. It is way at the top. We like to say that we are the top UW school. Little joke that my admissions director really likes to say. We are still in Wisconsin, but we are part of what's called the Twin Ports, which is Superior, Wisconsin, and Duluth, Minnesota, a greater area of about 130,000 people, and right on Lake Superior. So very beautiful area, kind of a combination of northern Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. So a few things about what does UW-Superior have to offer. The first is opportunities for undergraduate research. We really like to encourage students to get out there and get their hands-on experiences, whether that's through undergraduate research at some of our research institutions right on campus, or whether that's through learning outside of the classroom in some of the community practices that we have in different courses. We also have very small class sizes, usually about 18 students per class, or somewhere between that 15 to 20 range. It also is a very affordable university, which I will go over with in a little bit. We do also have NCAA Division III athletics programs and great student support services ranging from academic support, mental health support, financial support, and much more. It also is, as you can see from some of these pictures, a very beautiful location. A few fast facts: 46% of our students are first-generation students, which means that they are the first in their family to attend college. 82% of students in our student body receive some sort of financial aid. We also have a low student to faculty ratio, and we are the smallest of the four-year UW system campuses. We do have about 2,500 students in total. But we do have a large percentage of international students from over 30 to 35 countries. So obviously you're going to college for your education. So some of our top majors, we are first and foremost an education school. That's what we started out as way back when. Elementary education is very popular, as well as secondary education. Biology is also one of our popular programs, both the pre-med focus as well as a unique focus in aquatic biology, ecology, and fishery sciences, which is really helpful up by the lake. We actually did get approved to get a boat for a floating classroom to take classes out onto Lake Superior. Business administration, exercise science, social work and psychology, are also some of our top majors. And then we do have some unique majors, two of the biggest ones being art therapy, a combination of visual and studio art and psychology, as well as transportation and logistics management, which is really helpful in the Twin Ports area, being a port where all of the ships are coming in from the Great Lakes, as well as a hub for train and plane transportation. We also have many other majors, a few other unique ones as well, but plenty to choose from and plenty of minors as well to add to your degree. A little bit about student life. As I mentioned, we are Division III NCAA athletics. We do have 17 programs that includes baseball, softball, soccer, basketball, hockey, tennis, track and field, golf, cross country, and volleyball. Plenty of student organizations and ways to get involved, whether that's more career or academic based or things just for fun. We always like to talk about our barbecue club that gets together and grills out on campus when it's nice outside. We also have plenty of opportunities for you to study away, whether that is abroad or utilizing our National Student Exchange Program, which allows you to connect to another American or Canadian university for the same price as being on campus. We also do have a policy where you do not need to be a major in any of our fine and applied arts to participate in those programs. So band, jazz band, orchestra, show choir, theater productions, those are all available to you no matter your major. A little bit into the costs. These are our annual tuition costs. For our non-residents who are not Wisconsin or Minnesota residents, we do also offer a non-resident tuition waiver, which allows you to get money off of your tuition each year. And then we do have our applications open.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Allison. All right, we are now going to get started with our second presenter, the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Sam Pierce. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions at UW-La Crosse. We always like to say, welcome to the West Coast of Wisconsin, right along the banks of the mighty Mississippi. I'm so glad you're with us tonight. I want to give you a quick overview about what UW-La Crosse can offer. So La Crosse is on the west side of the state of Wisconsin. We have about 52,000 people in our community. We're also a college town. We have two other universities that call La Crosse home in Viterbo University, a small private Catholic university, and Western Technical College, a two-year vocational school of about 5,000 students. With plenty of areas and ways to get to and from La Crosse, a great ride share program, train, the Amtrak station about 5 minutes away from campus, the Badger and Jefferson bus lines, and our own regional airport. You don't get lost at this airport. Very convenient to get around. Always encourage you to follow us on social media. Our team does a great job of really showcasing what UWL can offer here. We continue to be ranked as one of the very highly up in the state of Wisconsin, Kiplinger's magazine for top 100 best value universities, and always in the U.S. News and World Report up in the Midwest regional public universities. So we're very proud of that. We work hard at that. And we're just happy to be consistently recognized as the top comprehensive university in the state of Wisconsin. As we look at our the numbers a little bit more, our total enrollment's about 10,003 to 500-ish in that range. We're primarily serve undergraduate students. That's where we really find our bread and butter. We do have about 1,000 graduate students, but you can see there, our freshman class last year came in at about 2,114. This year, our class came in around 2,200 students. So we're really proud of the incoming class that we recruited and that chose to come to UWL. And we continue to try to keep our class sizes small in that 28, 29 range. We offer about 1,500 classes every year, and only about only about 20 to 25 of them have over 100 students in them. And so we try to keep those class sizes small in that 30 to 40 range. That's where we really find that the students can really connect with their professors and connect with the students around them. We do have great residence halls. Some of the most affordable residence halls in the state of Wisconsin. First year students are required to live on campus. We have about 3,300 students who live on campus every year. 8 traditional halls in Cuban wing styles. We do have a suite style building as well, Eagle Hall, and then 1 apartment style building for those students who want to stay on campus a little bit longer. But we do have lots of options for students to look off campus as well. We have a great on-campus living experience. Students really get connected, get involved, over 200 student organizations, lots of ways that students can find connections through our student union, through athletics, through intramurals, through recreational sports. And then we also try to keep modern on our campus. We've had a lot of growth on our campus within the last 5 to 10 years. The student union, where the admissions office is located, is about going on its 5th year now. It's kind of hard to believe, but it's like our campus living room. And so it's got a movie theater, great facilities for students to meet and connect, great dining facilities. Our Prairie Springs Science Center really works with students in those laboratories and research space, as well as our rec edition. We have a very active campus. We see a lot of students who want to come here. We were initially, when we opened our doors, we were a teacher's education for physical education. So we really see a lot of active students here, plus our natural surroundings with the bluffs, with the rivers that meet here. We see a ton of students who want to take advantage of the outdoor community. Student Field House, we're currently building right now. That will open this next fall. We're really excited for some of our athletic programs and our intramural sports and recreational sports and our exercise sports science major. And then Whittick Hall, we just recently renovated our 2nd oldest building on campus. And that is now home to the College of Business Administration. Lots of great projects that we consistently continue to develop and look to improve our student experience overall. So bread and butter, let's get down to what are you going to school for? We offer over 100 different programs of study. Here are our colleges. It's the College of Business Administration, Marketing, Accounting, Finance, some of our more popular majors, College of Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities, Sociology, Psychology. Psychology is our 2nd largest major. The School of Visual and Performing Arts, your theater, your music, your hands-on arts, our School of Education. That's our about 800, 900 students in the School of Education. And then our largest college is the College of Science and Health. We see a lot of students coming to UWL who are interested in the pre-health professions. So pre-med physical therapy is consistently ranked as one of the best programs in the country. So we see a lot of students coming to UWL for some of those graduate programs in occupational therapy as well as physician assistant. We continue just to make marks and continue to exceed expectations across the board. Real quickly, we are competitive for admission. So I want to make sure that people know that as they're looking to apply. And so primary factors that we're looking at, it's going to be rigor of coursework and then the class rank and GPA. We also look at other factors like ACT or SAT scores, leadership, activities, the essays. Those are part of the application that you submit. And then we do require 2 essays. And then the letters of recommendation are optional. So we really are looking for students with a strong senior year. We don't want to hear anything about senioritis or senior slide. We want to see students working all the way through their senior year. How to apply, pretty straightforward. Go to the system application. There is a $25 application fee. We need your high school transcripts. And if you want to submit your scores, we need those as well. And then ultimately the costs. We try to keep our costs affordable. We try to provide great scholarships for merit, as well as foundation scholarships. And so Wisconsin, my lights went out, which is always fun. And so you can take a look at those there. Definitely encourage you to check us out. We have a great visit options, but you can also check us out online. Danielle, back to you.
Thank you so much, Sam. All right, our next college is going to be Northland College.
There we go. Had to unmute myself. Okay, fantastic. Well, super happy to be here, everybody. My name is Sophie Holtz, and I am an admissions counselor for Northland College. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today, and I apologize, I've got the sun coming directly on my face, but we will get through this. So to get started here, Northland College was founded back in 1892, and we are now a community of just under 600 students from all across the United States and then a handful of countries as well. All right, we are located in the Chequamegon Bay area, just about an hour from Duluth, Minnesota, 40 minutes from the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore, and about 5.5 to 6 hours from the Milwaukee-Madison area. Now, our main campus is just over 100 acres in size, but our borders are truly just the beginning. We are right between the city of Ashland with a population of just over 8,000 and over 1 million acres of national forest. Our city is vibrant with historic buildings, cozy restaurants, local craft and antique stores, a co-op, movie theater, walking and biking trails, and of course, the harbor. Our city's delightful character has truly been shaped by over a century of extraordinary history. So we are a part of the proud tradition of liberal arts colleges. We are a private liberal arts college, but Northland does offer a twist. We focus quite a lot on sustainability and social justice. Now, the building that you see pictured here is Wheeler Hall. It was the first building ever constructed on campus. And at the time, this was the entire school, but today this houses our humanities department. And on the topic of academics, our majors span the arts and sciences with some notable Northland-specific programs like natural resources, outdoor education, sustainable community development, and Native American studies. Some of our newer programs include a climate science major, as well as a few minors like climate change studies, sustainable agriculture, and sports management. We are an NCAA Division III school in athletics, so we have 14 varsity sports available. And I think it's important to note that roughly 38% of our student body does participate in team sports. Now, our commitment to environmental education has been noticed around the United States by some of the most prestigious organizations. We've been a founding member of the Eco League. We divested from fossil fuels back in 2017, recognized as a cool school by Sierra Magazine for many years, joined the Real Food Challenge, and actually became Wisconsin's first bee campus. Another defining characteristic of Northland is our strong sense of community. With about 20 clubs, 3 student publications, a gear rental outpost, and plenty of events, it's a really great place to meet people, make friends, and get a wonderful education. It's really the sort of place where when you walk down the sidewalk, people you've never met before are going to say hi to you. As you can imagine, our location underwrites everything that we do. Central to our sense of place is Lake Superior, which is just 10 blocks from campus. I'm sure y'all know, but Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area. And at 350 miles long, it's roughly the size of North Carolina, right? It can hold all of the other Great Lakes in it and then some. And it's so vast that it actually creates its own weather patterns. Over the course of nearly 130 years, Northland has developed a style of education that thrives in this environment. Most notably by providing experiential learning in abundance, whether that's in the field, the lab, or the community. For example, our biology and natural resource majors spend countless hours in the field. Now, Professor Michelle Small said it best when she said, "I love that Northland College is a school where you can know your students by their names and you can do your job in depth, giving 100%, expecting the same in return, and reaping the rewards as you see real progress in students' growth and development." And she's been teaching here for over 47 years, so she knows what she's talking about. But let's talk applications. So we are accepting and reviewing applications for fall of 2022. You can fill ours out, but we do also accept the Common App. Ours is free and letters of recommendation and essays aren't required. Our application review process takes about 2 weeks once we get a completed application. And I will say, if you haven't been able to take the ACT or SAT or don't think those represent you well, no worries. We are completely test optional for the 2022-23 cycle. And while it might be a little bit early, if you're a junior attending this event, just know that your application is going to be opening up in August. And then finally, let's talk about scholarships and aid. So the total cost of attendance for next year is just about $50,000, but it's good to know that nobody pays that much. Every student who is admitted to Northland College receives an academic merit scholarship, which this year starts at $22,000 per year. and we add federal aid and outside scholarships on top of this. It's good to know that as a private college, there's no extra fee for out-of-state students. And remember to send us your FAFSA so you can qualify for work study, possible grants, loans, and more from the federal government. All right, so to finish up, check out our socials, see what our students are up to, what's happening this year, and please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. I'll put my contact information in the chat, but thank you so much for listening.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sophie. All right, our next presenter is going to be Beloit College.
Thanks, Danielle. Good evening, everyone. Thrilled to be here. My name's Liam Daly, representing Beloit College. Beloit down at the other end of the state, almost absolute other end of the state from Superior and Northland, probably about 5.5 hours away or so. There we go. We got presentation all set. So I'm an associate director of admissions. Talk a little bit about Beloit today. As I mentioned, we're in the city of Beloit. So it's southern Wisconsin. We're about 45 minutes south of Madison, Wisconsin, and about an hour and a half west of Chicago. And we're home to about 40,000 people. We have an international film festival, a minor league baseball team. We've got an award-winning farmers market, a ton of really good food. Probably the most important thing about the city is that it's right next to campus. It's about 5 minutes walk off campus. 2 of our academic buildings are located downtown. We have more than 200 local business partners where students work and intern. So we're very much intertwined with the local community of Beloit. Beloit College is a liberal arts college. We're home to about 1,200 students. Those students come from all over the world, from different geographic, ethnic, religious, socioeconomic, educational backgrounds. And I think one of the best parts about going to college overall is that you get to meet people from all over this country and all over the world, and you get to know them and learn from them. You get to argue with them sometimes. And I just think it's worth noting that you don't necessarily have to travel really far away to get that experience. You just need to attend a college that's going to prioritize bringing students from all over to you. And I think that the college experience is better for everyone, the more different voices are around that table. We offer a forward-looking and flexible liberal arts curriculum. It encourages students to engage with real-world problems in small classes. So programs like our data science major puts the skills that employers are looking for in a liberal arts context. You're expected to master the art of data analysis, but you're also expected to complete a secondary concentration in another major like political science or sociology so you can understand the implications of the work that you're doing. A third of our students double major, and most combine a major and a minor. So sometimes that happens in complementary programs like international business and Chinese. Other times it might be surprising, like a pre-med and theater or music or something like that. But we don't expect you to do all of that on your own. Scrolling through my slides, here we go. Our advanced mentoring program matches you with an advisor 72 hours after you deposit. So for those of you who are seniors this year, if you were to apply and be admitted, you could meet your Beloit faculty advisor as early as this December and start working with them on your preparation this year for a successful transition to our campus. Once you're here, your AMP advisor will walk you through your first 2 years on campus. So that includes small group advising sessions, workshops on college skills, as well as an AMP intro course, which is a course taught by your advisor exclusively for first-year students, but on some really exciting academic topics, and you get to choose what those topics are. So some examples are alternative histories in the post-fact world, race and gender in early America, chemistry and climate change. So hopefully some pretty interesting classes that you get to pick that you'll be able to work on with your advisor. We prepare you to be successful in your life after college. It's woven into our entire curriculum, and it begins long before you've picked a specific career path. So you can see a bunch of examples here. Just one I'll highlight is our career channels. Career channels bring together students, faculty, staff, and alums around shared passions. So the health and healing channel, for example, brings together biochemistry students who are studying to be doctors, political science students interested in healthcare policy, and athletic coaches who are interested in training and sports medicine. You bring all of those people together, and the career channel is basically a roadmap for all of the possible ways that you can explore what you're passionate about, both on our campus and afterwards. So no surprise that our graduates are successful. 93% are employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation, and more than half go on to graduate school eventually. Student life, our students overall are curious students. They're well-rounded. They're very, very involved. They're a friendly group. So it's not unusual for a star on the soccer team to also be an actor, to be involved in the student government, to have their own radio show all at once. And your advisors, your coaches, your supervisors, everyone at Beloit is going to understand that this is your experience. And you should be able to do everything that you care about, right? We shouldn't be in the business of saying no. So 30% of our students play varsity athletics, a lot more in intramurals. Our 55 clubs range from an a cappella group to a student-run market research firm. Our student government is a really big part of the leadership of campus. So if you want to be involved and make an impact on your community, this is definitely a place that you can do that. So hope you're interested in applying. We have no application fee. We have no minimum GPA or SAT score. We evaluate our applicants holistically. So that means we're going to use every element of your application to try to get to know you and to try to imagine the impact you're going to have on our campus. So we welcome introverts and extroverts, athletes, artists, activists, with people who don't fall into any of those categories. What really matters to us is that you're curious, you're kind, and you want to make a difference and have an impact in the world. So if that sounds like you, we'd love to have an application from you. We meet on average 96% of the financial need of our students. So that means for the most part, hopefully what your family can afford to pay is just about what we're going to ask you to pay. We definitely believe that this education should be accessible to students from just about every background. And we are open right now. We do both virtual and in-person tours. So I know some of you in Wisconsin may still be a 5-hour drive away and might want to start with a virtual tour, but those of you who are a little closer, we'd love to have you stop by campus in person. We'd be happy to show off Beloit to you, recommend some great restaurants and museums and other fun things to do while you're here. So like everyone else, I'll put my contact information in the chat. Would love to hear from you if you have questions or interested in applying, and very much appreciate your time listening today. Thanks so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Liam. All right. Our next presenter is the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
All right, everyone, thank you so much. So yes, at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, I will talk a little bit about our campus here. As you can see, we actually do have 3 different campuses. So our main campus is located in the city of Milwaukee, while our 2 branch campuses that offer 2-year associate's degrees are located in Washington County and another branch campus located in Waukesha County. So thinking a little bit about UWM at a glance, as I said, we do offer associate's degrees at our branch campus, but our main campus is located in the largest city in Wisconsin. And we're actually in a nice reserved area in Milwaukee's Upper East Side. So we're actually about 15 minutes away from downtown and very close to some of Milwaukee's biggest attractions, including where some of our different festivals are held, Summerfest, the Pfizer Forum, the Harley-Davidson Museum. So really close to a lot of different urban activities that our students can enjoy while we're really nestled inside of the Upper East Side, which is a really residential area and has a lot of different outdoor activities for students to enjoy as well. As you can kind of see here, this overview of campus, we're actually not as large as some individuals may think. So we get really excited when we have people come onto our campus tours. You'll find that our campus is actually about 4 city blocks wide, and it takes about 10 minutes to walk from one side to the other. So it's a really nice small type of vibe while being nestled inside of the city with a lot of different opportunities for students. So kind of looking at who are the students that make up UWM's population. If we're thinking about the UW system as a whole, our school is the most diverse school system where our student demographic, we represent all 50 states of the US. And I believe this year we're counting 83 countries that are represented globally on our campus. We also have a large population of first generation students and also veterans coming to us out of the military. We have about 19,000 undergraduate students enrolled at UWM for a total of about 27,000 students on our campus. We also have a lot of different global opportunities for our students to take part in. So about 600 students study abroad annually. And though we do have quite a large campus and a very big population, our class sizes are quite small, and our student to teacher ratio remains at 19:1. So as our students are navigating the academic world, they're able to, as they progress in their area of study, they're able to get smaller and smaller class sizes and really create very intimate experiences within their classmates and within their field as their class sizes continue to grow smaller. And with that said, there also grows many different opportunities. Right off the bat, students are embraced to go beyond the classroom and really get involved in different types of research and other hands-on academic experiences. So with UWM being a top-tier research university, students of all different academic areas of interest are able to do hands-on work. So whether that's doing student teaching within any of the local area schools or doing clinicals at a local hospital, our students are able to connect with the community members and really do work that transcends beyond the classroom and allows them to gain leadership experience as they move into the field. Oh, accidentally went back there. So again, so life on campus here. So kind of thinking about how our students have a lot of different academic opportunities and internship opportunities with some close community members. Students on campus are also have many different opportunities to get involved in different organizations, whether that's student government or a club that's based in an academic area of interest, or perhaps joining any of our Division I sports teams or intramural sports. Our students have a lot of opportunities to connect with those around them and grow. Many of our students also partake in doing community service hours. So whether that's volunteering on campus at our local food pantry or working and networking with another community-based organization, there's many opportunities for our students to get involved within the fields that they love and also continue to grow by meeting others from around similar backgrounds and in similar interest fields. So kind of thinking about what kinds of scholarship opportunities that we offer our students, we're very pleased to offer students this year moving forward 3 different merit-based scholarships. So we do have scholarships that would be following students for all 4 years of their undergraduate degree at UWM from anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000. And that award is based on unweighted GPA. And again, they're renewable for 4 years. So as long as a student is in good academic standing, they will be using this scholarship to help them in their studies. These scholarships that we're awarding students, there is no additional application that's required. Our Chancellor's Merit Scholarships are automatically reviewed for each applicant to this upcoming cycle. So how do you apply? We take first the University of Wisconsin system application or the common application. So there are 2 ways to apply. We do not have a application fee, so it is free to apply. We do ask for transcripts from students, but we are a test optional school. So if you did not have an opportunity to take the ACT or SAT, that is fine. We really are looking at a holistic approach, like many of the colleges have mentioned here today. We really like the opportunity to know a student based off of some of their experiences. We really look at their personal essay as one of the more defining pieces of their application. So we are currently accepting applications up until May 1st, which is when the intent to enroll and housing contract would come out for students who have applied in the fall. Currently, we do also have our own scholarship portal that is open for students. And our admissions priority deadline would be coming up in March. So we really do hope to hear from you all. Our admissions process is about 2 weeks in length. So after receiving all of the transcripts and application, we are able to submit admissions decisions to students within that time frame.
Wonderful. Thank you, Maria. All right. Our next presenter is the University of Wisconsin-Platteville.
Awesome, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Rob Stallion. I am an on-campus admissions counselor and multicultural outreach specialist here at UW-Platteville. Hopefully everybody can see my screen okay. So we are located in Southwest Wisconsin, not too far away from anything. We're about an hour west of Madison, 2.5 hours west of Milwaukee, or 2 hours south of La Crosse as well. We're 20 minutes from the border of Iowa and 30 minutes from the border of Illinois. We were founded in 1866. We have over 800 acres here in our main campus in Platteville, Wisconsin. We have 2 other campus locations, one in Baraboo, Wisconsin, UW-Platteville, Baraboo-Sauk County. The other one in Richland Center, Wisconsin, UW-Platteville, Richland. Both of those campuses are our 2-year branch campuses, so you can attend for a semester, a year, 2 years, what have you. You can earn up to an associate's degree on those branch campuses. Going over our admission guidelines really quick, you do need 17 college prep units in order to be considered for admission here at UW-Platteville. We do not have a foreign language requirement in order to be admitted, but we do have one in order to graduate from Platteville. So you may have to take some foreign language while you're a student here, unless you have taken at least 2 consecutive years of the same foreign language in high school. For example, Spanish 1 and 2, or French 1 and 2, so on and so forth. If you have done that, then you would have automatically checked that box to graduate from Platteville. You will not need to take any foreign language while you're a student here. When you do submit your application and transcripts to UW-Platteville, we will give you a very comprehensive review. And what we mean by that is that we're not going to just look at any one thing like your GPA or your ACT score and admit or deny you just based off of one of those scores. That's not what we do. We will give, by that comprehensive review, we mean that we will look at everything and look at the totality of everything and the totality of you as a person and as a student, and make a decision off of all of that. So yes, we'll look at your GPA, we'll look at your class rank if it's provided, not a deal breaker if it's not. Course rigor, essentially how hard did you push yourself with the type of courses that you took in high school. We'll take a look at those as well. Of course, your ACT or SAT scores, if you send them to us, we are test optional. So essentially up to you if you would like to send us your test scores. So we'll take a look at all of those items and then make a decision for your admission based off of everything in total. We are a part of the UW system, like the other UW system schools here. So we do use the UW system application, apply.wisconsin.edu is that website. The application opened for seniors August 1st of your senior year. So typically right before your senior year starts. There is a section on the online application for you to submit a digital copy of your high school transcripts. However, if you do not have a digital copy of your high school transcripts when you are submitting your application, don't freak out. Submit your application anyway, and then just get in contact with your high school counselor and ask that they send your transcripts to UW-Platteville at their earliest convenience. Dual credit courses, courses that you're taking through a local 2-year or 4-year school, we will need those transcripts from that higher education institution. Sent to UW-Platteville, even though a lot of those classes will show up on your high school transcript. We need them from that institution to be able to give you award you those college credit for those courses. And like I mentioned before, the ACT or SAT scores are test optional at this point. For our Wisconsin residents, you all will be paying just over $15,000 per year to go to school at Platteville. Based on that $15,000 sticker price, I can guarantee you two things. Number one, that's going to be one of the more cost competitive and affordable prices in this region from a four-year school standpoint. That $15,000 is also going to include everything. It includes your tuition and fees, your res hall, your meal plan. It also includes your books. You do not have to pay for books here at UW-Platteville. We rent them, and that textbook rental fee is already included in your tuition and fees. It's not an extra bill that you have to pay for at the end of each semester. Other things on our campus that are included in your tuition and fees are the shuttle on campus, which goes all over campus as well as all over town, including Walmart, the grocery store, both movie theaters, the bowling alley, all the fast food places, all the pizza places, essentially everywhere a college student will want to go. Free to ride as long as you have your student ID. Tutoring, we offer tutors for every single course that we offer here on campus for free as long as you're a full-time student. The Career and Professional Development Office, CPDO, I'll talk about some of their services are free for our students, and I'll talk about some of them now, or all of their services are free for our students. I'll talk about some of them now. Number one, they will help you create or tweak your resume if you've already created one. They will put you through a mock job interview if you ask them to. They also host the two really large career fairs on our campus that we host every year, where we bring in companies from all over the tri-state. Where at each of those career fairs individually, we will have anywhere between 400 to 600 employers on our campus at one point in time. Those employers are talking to students, taking resumes, giving impromptu interviews, offering summer internships to students, as well as offering jobs to students who are getting ready to graduate at the end of that semester. That office plays a huge role in why over 90% of our students participate in at least one internship or co-op during their academic experience here at UW-Platteville. They also play a huge role while we're the #1 public institution in the country for getting a job after you graduate college. They also play a role in why we're the #1 best value school in the state of Wisconsin, as well as the top 20 best value school in the country. That's based on your ROI, your return on admission, or your return on investment, which means that the amount of money that you're spending to go to school at Platteville versus the amount of money you're going to make once you graduate and get that first professional job, big difference. The average starting salary for a Platteville graduate is upwards of $57,000 right out of college. Am I out of time already? I am? Okay,
Yes.
That's fine. Absolutely, that's good. I got through the important parts, so.
You're welcome to include any links that you want to share in the chat for our attendees.
Okay,
All right, so we're gonna have all of our college representatives come back on camera. This is one of my favorite parts of the college fair, besides, of course, hearing about all of the institutions, is giving a chance for our college representatives to offer some advice. So the very first question is, what advice would you give to students who are in the college search process right now? And we'll start with the University of Wisconsin-Superior.
So what I always tell prospective students, that it can be overwhelming to start that search. I always say start it as soon as possible, just to kind of alleviate some of that stress. And I also, my #1 tip is, when possible, go out and visit campuses. I always tell students it sounds cheesy, but it's really, a good way to feel out the vibes of a campus and see, if you can picture yourself there, because you are going through your education, but you also have to live there, work there, etc. So getting out to campuses and doing campus visits is my #1 tip.
Yeah, I would concur with campus visits for sure. Also, share your PowerPoint correctly. I think that's also a big thing to do when you do your PowerPoints. If anyone wants the PowerPoint for UW-La Crosse, I'm happy to provide my contact information. I apologize for that. Another thing, have fun. This is a fun time. I think you also can really learn a lot about yourself. You get to hang out with your parents or get to hang out with your student while you're traveling to these places. Just enjoy it. It doesn't have to be so stressful. Ask the questions. Legit, the people that you're hearing from get paid to help you with this this decision. And so we want you to find the best fit for yourself. And sometimes that's our school and sometimes it's another school, but just have fun with it. It's a great time. You hopefully only do it once.
Fingers crossed, eh? I guess the one thing that I would add on to that would be as you're looking through schools, trying to figure out what might be the best fit for you, obviously you want to look for programs that are interesting, but think about the community as well, right? That goes into the size of the school and the classes, but also like, what can you do for fun? Do you want to go in the woods? Do you want to go to Starbucks? Like that's going to play a big part in whether or not you're going to be successful there.
Ditto to everything everyone said, and Sophie in particular just like 50% stole what I was going to say, but I'll take it in a slightly different direction, which is that, you know, everyone in your life right now, right, is asking you like, okay, what are you going to study? What do you want to do with your life, right? And it's all about what are you going to major in and what exactly do you want to do? And from personal experience and significant data out there, there's a really good chance that one, you don't know what you want to do, and two, even if you're pretty sure you know what you want to do, there's a good chance that that will change over the next, 2, 5, 7, 10 years of your life. And I'd really encourage you to, look at your high school experience, whatever that has been like, and ask yourself some hard questions about the kind of academic environment that you like, right? Think about, who's the teacher that you've had the best experience with and why? What kind of projects get you really excited? What kind of days in school get you really excited? Because you have a ton of flexibility to find different educational environments at the college level. And a lot of times that's like not even in the beginning of the conversation about, about what kind of school you're looking for. So I think about what you actually want the classroom to be like.
All right, anything to add from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee or University of Wisconsin-Platteville?
I would just say, obviously ditto to everything that everybody else said ahead of me, but I would say, make the decision that best suits you, right? I know that there are a lot of students who feel a lot of pressure from their families or their friends about, whatever decision that they're going to make. And at the end of the day, there is nobody else who has to attend class at 8 a.m. There's nobody else who has to stay up late and write that paper. So pursue the degree that is best going to make you happy at the end of the day, because you have to go through that strenuous degree, and make the decision on what college you want to go to about based on where you're going to be the most happy and the most comfortable. Because at the end of the day, if you are going to a college because someone else told you to go there, or you are pursuing a degree that someone else told you to pursue because they think that's what's best for you, you're not going to be happy. And if you're not happy and you're not comfortable, you're not going to be successful. So yes, visit all the different colleges, different sizes, different places. Make sure that you find a fit that's best for you. But like I said, make sure it is your decision and not someone else's, because at the end of the day, if you're not happy, you're not comfortable, you won't succeed.
Yes, I definitely agree to everything that everyone said. Definitely make sure that you're going out and trying to see yourself on campus. That's the way that you're going to really know if something is a good fit, is if you're putting yourself in that environment, right? I think too, I do talk to a lot of students that maybe have a couple of different areas of study in mind, but aren't really sure on what that one thing is. I was that kind of student when I was applying to college. Like I kind of was like, oh, I think I want to do this, but I also maybe want to do this. So what was really important to me too was making sure that I could find my voice, and making sure that there were groups that I could be involved in, and that my interest areas were alive at the campuses that I was applying to. Because again, I wanted to make sure that I could really see myself having a life there. So again, visiting and kind of really getting the nitty gritty on the campus culture and what kinds of ways you can connect with people on campus and off campus. I think that's really important.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much for that great advice and for sharing information about your institutions. This brings us to the end of this session. When the session ends, our attendees, you will receive a quick 5-question survey. We appreciate any feedback that you're able to offer us. Want to encourage you to sign up for the rest of the sessions tonight and those that will come in the future weeks. And remember that a recording will be available at strivescan.com/Wisconsin. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our college representatives, and thank you to the attendees. Have a great evening.